Hi there, Rocky Biasi from Human Connections with another Conscious Classroom Management tip. In our Conscious Classroom Management program, there are several aspects. Firstly, we look at teacher presence, and that is what is the most significant aspect in the classroom, the teacher in the room and creating leadership and culture. And then we look at practical strategies of classroom management and teaching, like preventative management strategies, supportive management strategies, and corrective management strategies. So the idea here is that we want to spend a lot of time and energy looking at what can prevent distraction and misbehavior. But obviously, regardless of what we put in place, there are going to be times when we need to support our students to get back on task. And that's the supportive management strategies. And then, of course, there are the corrective management strategies. Now, the reason why I wanted to speak to you about today is that I really love the supportive management strategies. Sometimes as a teacher in the classroom, especially if our presence is not right, which is the first area of this conscious classroom management training, we can overreact to perhaps things that are not really big issues in regards to student behavior or distraction. So supportive management strategies really looks at supporting the student to get back on task without stopping the flow of the lesson or getting 30 people who are now looking at a show between perhaps you, the teacher, and the student. In other words, if the teacher's reaction is more than the student's misbehavior, if we're reacting more than that, that can stop the flow of the lesson. And I really loved the post by Doug Lemov when he has a little video clip that I'd like to show you about a teacher in his math class, Jason Armstrong, and they call this technique the whisper correction. And I really love this, and I wanted to show you how this works and how it relates to supportive management strategies.
Okay, so let's write down that note to ourselves. Everybody write, we do not need parentheses.
So he whispers here, I'm writing, you're writing, don't miss it. It's a very soft, supportive correction, which means there's little interruption to the flow of the class.
We do not need parentheses because...
The other thing I love here is you see that he's walking around the classroom. So he's constantly
is this a perimeter problem?
checking.
Or is this an area problem?
Perimeter problem?
Or is this something else?
Is this an area problem? Or is this something else?
Perimeter problem or area problem?
Being present in the room.
Problem or area problem? Or is this...
Now you'll see at the front here that the girl that he spoke to originally has got a hand up, but her head is resting on her other arm on the table. And watch this correction. I'd call on you if you'd sit up next time. And what I really love about this is that the teacher has a strong presence in the room, doesn't compromise on expectations, and is consistently teaching not just the content, but the behaviour and the procedures of the class consistently. And the students then have very clear understanding about what's expected. The other thing I really liked about what the teacher did here is not only did he whisper and look at the student, but he also used his hands to gesture sitting up. That was a really fantastic example of a supportive management strategy. Not only that, where he was able to assist the student to get back on task without interrupting the flow of the lesson, but the teacher also is teaching here not just the content, but behaviour and the procedures of the class. To find out more about the Conscious Classroom Management training, which is now online, you can just go to the URL that's on this video. Thanks, bye for now.